Tips to improve your healthcare, Part 7. One of the most stressful things in healthcare is figuring out how are you going to pay for your meds. A lot of people have turned to herbs, a lot of people have turned to natural remedies, which is great. But there are some people which are been in circumstances like I have where they have to be on life-sustaining meds for the rest of their life. Maybe they have type 1 diabetes, maybe they've had a transplant, maybe they've had some other situation where there is not an herb to actually take care of that situation. So here are some options or some tips to help you get your meds for free or for a very low value. Now, this is whether you have insurance or not. When I was actually in school and I had to pay $1,000 a month for one of my medications, which I was not going to be able to afford in college, I actually got in touch with, the social worker got in touch with me and said, this is how you can do it. So most drug companies, the main manufacturer, so the original manufacturer, the brand name, will actually give you the med for free. All you have to do is fill out an application. And a lot of times it may be about being below the poverty line, or it may not always be the poverty line. It can be in situations like this. Sometimes you'll see situations where it's the household is, if you're making 80 or below, they will send you that medication for free because it is a life-sustaining med that you need. This is an example from Synthroid. And basically what this is called is a patient assistance program. And most of the time through that program, based on your income and based on how much meds you take, well, mainly just based on your income, they will send you that med. And a lot of times you could even be making $100,000, but what's going on and what's happening could mess with that situation and not allow you to get your medication. Another option you will have is called a free pharmacy. And in those free pharmacies, you are allowed to go in there and get the medications that you need for life sustaining. It could be antibiotics, antivirals, your blood pressure medication, anti-diabetic medication, all those medications that you need. So this place is called dispensary-of-hope.org. Check it out and they'll show dispensing sites in your area, but you could also look up free pharmacies in my area. In Texas, there is one, and that one is St. Paul de Vincent Pharmacy. It is going to be a nonprofit pharmacy. So you can look up nonprofit pharmacies in your area. As well as, like I said, Dispensary of Hope allows you to see those pharmacies that you can go and sign up and fill out an application and be able to get your medications for free, especially if you cannot afford them. Now, you want to be careful because they'll say, oh, you're not below the poverty, this, that, and this. So check out areas. There are also a few different programs and a few different, like the Lions Club, they will try to make sure, especially if you're a diabetic, how can you get your medication for free, as well as if you need a diabetic pump, to make sure that you get the best care you can. And don't be scared to ask your social worker. Your social worker knows a lot more programs than I might, but those social programs will allow you to get the medication and care that you need at the price you deserve.